Here is how to design your Google Looker Studio reports so they look white labeled with your brand, your colors, your logo, and so on. So I will start and I will go to Google Looker Studio and I will create a new report. I will go to blank report and I will choose any data source. In this case, I will be using Google Analytics because it is the most common one. And here I will choose my account, I will connect my account, and I'll click on add, and we have created a report. Now it is time to add some charts. So here I will go to insert, and on insert, I will say that the most common way to visualize your data is a scorecard. So I will go with the scorecards. And with the scorecards, I will paste it right here. I will change the metric from views. I will do it with sessions. And I will add a sparkline. Remember, we have a lesson on how to create the scorecards and how to use sparklines for scorecards on Google Looker Studio. Here I will do it. I will use date, so I can visualize the same metric as a number and as a time series. And I will change a little bit the style. So I can go to style. Remember, for every chart, you can customize the style. Here in this section with the style, you can customize if you want conditional formatting. We actually have a tutorial for that, how to customize the logos, the colors, the size, and so on. So here I will go to style, and for the sparkline, I will change the color to something green, and I will fill the sparkline, and I will make it smooth. Remember, we have already tutorials dedicated to this, but I will go faster for this design because there are many things to show you. I will expand this scorecard and I will add a border shadow that you can find in the style section. So our visualizations have a chart. And also for this shadow, I will add a border, and the border I can make it rounded because I can have a radius for my charts. And here I will click on 10. Generally, I use 10 because I like it the more. I will go to setup, and I will also add a date range comparison. So here, instead of none, I will go with previous period, we'll click on apply, and boom, now we have a chart with comparisons, with a sparkline, with colors, and with a shadow that you will see after I deselect this thing. And I took like 30 seconds. I explained too fast, right? but yeah, generally, this is super simple. And remember, you can go through this demo on the description in the video. So here, I will copy and I will paste this scorecard, and I will paste it right here. I will change the metric. Instead of sessions, I want total users. And now I will insert a new chart. Generally, I create scorecards along with time series charts. So I will drop a time series chart, and I will go to style, and I will do some changes. For instance, for time series, I could change lines for bars. And for bars, I can change the colors of the bars, and I can make it green. And now I have 3 charts, so I can select them to change the size of them in a bulk. So here I can change the size of them, and now all my charts have a similar size, and they are centered in my report. Now, here, what I can do is, once I remove the selection, now you can see that I have shadows in my chart, so I can differentiate them from the canvas, from the background. Now I will add a header to this report. So I will go, again, I will show you, I will go to the section that shows shapes, and on shapes, I will add a rectangle. And this rectangle, I will drop it right here, and I will expand it to make it a header of my report. I don't like gray, so instead I will use this yellow color, and I will also add a border shadow. Now I have a shadow for this header, and now my report has a header. What about if I add a logo to my report? So I will go to images, I will add an image from my computer, and I will add the logo of Google Analytics, and I will paste it in the top left corner of my Google Looker Studio report. I also want a title, so besides shape, you can go with text, and I can paste the text here, and I will add Google Analytics report, and I can customize that text. So instead of a size of 14, I can make it 24. Now it is bigger. And instead of Roboto as well, I can change it to something else. I can change it to Montserrat, for instance. I just changed the size of the font, by the way, here. And I bolded the text here. Now, I have my report with a header, with a logo, with text. I customize the colors of my charts. As you can see, this is super simple. But let's do something else. I will go to add a control, and on the header, I will add a drop-down because I want to let people customize and filter this data. So I will use a dimension, and the dimension, instead of date, it will be a page URL. So here, with this report, now people can change the URL of the entire data of this Google Analytics report. And now with these filters, users can interact with this dashboard. The next thing I will do is that for the header, I will remove the shadow of these elements so they seem that they belong to a header, and I will add a new control. And the most common control that I will recommend is to add a date range control. Now our header is more complete because now people can change the dates, change the pages, and have a logo and a text for our report. Now our report looks more white label, but I can change more other things. So I will customize and I will show you a trick to make your designs faster. I will go to this scorecard and I will customize it. So I will click here, I will go to style, and I will change the color from green to purple. Now, you may be wondering, what about if I have 10 charts? I need to do this change manually for every chart? Yes, unless you do this change. I will copy this chart and I will do right click. And with right click, there is an option that says paste spatial and paste style only, and boom. This way you can paste the style in all the elements of your reports, and this will make faster the design of your dashboards. Now, what is next? I will go to change the total layout of our report. So in the top right corner of Google Looker Studio, you will see an option that says theme and layout. I will change many things here. So I will click here, and the first thing is that I can change the general colors of my report. So by default, I am seeing this background, but I can change it to this one, or I can change it to this one, or this one, or this one. You get the point, right? I made many slides with these examples. Okay, I will go through this. And now I can show you how to customize particularly every element of this report. So I will go to customize, then I will go to change the background, and for examples, I will make it gray. This is just an example. For the overall report, I could change also the font. So instead of Roboto, I will use Montserrat, and now it looks better. And I can change the colors too. Instead, I will keep still using black. Now, I can make that all the charts have a border shadow, so this makes things easier. And I will remove this thing. Now let's change the layout of my report. And I will show you what I mean with layout. I can change actually the size of this canvas. So I will go to layout. And the first thing is the header. When you are in the view mode, you can display the header of Google Looker Studio. But if you don't understand what I am saying, I will show you with a demo. So I can, by default, I will always show the header of Google Looker Studio, but I also can hide it. So people don't know actually that it is Google Looker Studio, but because you can see the URL. So I will go to view, and this is the header. If I always show the header, but if I go back and I hide the header, instead of always show, I will do initially hidden. I will go to view, and now people can only see it if I hover over this header. Otherwise, they will see something like this. Now, this report looks more white label, more yours. It is not built by a Google product. Now, I will go back to edit. I go to theme and layout, and as you can see, I will do most of the things right here. So I will go back to layout, and I will add more pages to this report because I want to show you how navigation works. So I will add a new page, and I will add a new page as well here. So I have 3 pages. It is super simple to add a page. And here, there is something I want to show you. What about if I want a header for all the pages? Then you need to create it, or you need to paste them, or you can do something smarter. I can select all the elements that I want to keep the same in all the pages. And here I will do a right click, and you can make report level. So all the elements that are report level will show up in the same position, exactly the same for all the pages of my report. So I will go back to the first page and I will show you more tricks. I will go to themes and layout again. I will go to layout, and now I will change the navigation because people can navigate through my pages. By default, we have the navigation in the left, but I can show also different things. And I will show you these customizations. If you are wondering how to make your reports mobile friendly, if you can visualize them on mobile, actually you can do it, and you can do it with these options. So first, I will remove this option of respect report theme. I will change the display mode from fit to width. The actual size is the current size, but I will make it fit to width. Fit to width is regardless, it doesn't matter what device you are using, the report will always match the size of that screen. And I will remove the margins so I don't have any empty spaces on my reports. Now, with these customizations that took me like 10 seconds, I will go to view. And with view, now you can see that our report occupies all the space on the screen. And if you open this on mobile, you will see the same report fitting on your mobile screen. This is very interesting to make your reports mobile friendly on Google Looker Studio. Now, I will go back to edit and let's see what I am doing here. I will go to theme and layout, and now I want to show you this. If you want to change the size of your reports, if you want to make them longer so you can display more charts, if you want to make it wider, or you actually want to make it smaller so you actually build slides. And this is an idea. Most people think that Google Looker Studio is a tool to creating dashboards, but you can also create slides like Google Slides or PowerPoint. You only need to change the display, add text, and add a chart, and now you have something that is better and easier than Google Slides to create and show your data. But this is just an idea. Maybe in a different tutorial, or if you go to our report templates gallery, you will find report templates that look like slides. Now here I will change the size for this thing, and now my pages are wider and bigger. Now we have more spaces for our charts. But I will go back to view, and as you can see, this is the current result of our current report. In about 5 minutes, 11 minutes actually, that I am taking, I am showing you how to change the colors of the charts, how to change massively all the elements, how to change the size, the background, the colors, the logos, and so on. As you can see, this is super simple, but I will continue with other tricks. So here, I will go to theme and layout again, I will go to layout, and I will show you how to change the navigation style. Instead of left, I will make it tab, and I will go back to view. And this is also how you can see your pages. Personally, I will always prefer the left navigation. This one is also useful if you prefer it. Anyways, I will show you other tips for design. So I will customize the menu, the navigation. So I will go to page 1 of 3, and the first thing I can do for my pages is changing the names of the pages. So instead of untitled, I can change this one to overview, this one to GA4, and this one to social media. Or I can create sections to add more pages per section. So I have a section for social media, a section for PPC, a section for SEO, and so on. This is actually things that our customers do and that we have as well in our templates that are free. Now I will go with section, and I will call this section social media. And on this section, now I will change the other page. Instead of social media, I will call it Facebook. And I will drop down or drag and drop my social media pages within this section. So here I will duplicate. Instead of Facebook, I will call it LinkedIn. I will duplicate this one. Instead of LinkedIn, I will call it Twitter. And now I will drag and drop these pages, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter, on my social media sections. So here I am dragging and drop down, and I will click again on the icon. And now I will show you a visual thing, a visual effect. If you click on your icons, on your sections or your pages, now you can select icons to display on your report so people can easily understand what these pages are about. So for this section, for social media, I will use a heart icon and I apply. Now I have a visual display of a heart for my social media icon. For the Google Analytics 4, I also will add a section that will be a home and apply. And now I will view. Now you can see that we have a navigation with sections and with icons so people can easily navigate and they can understand better the pages that they are seeing on your reports. I will show you one other trick. Let's say that your reports are not complete. Let's say that you want to hide some of the pages of your reports for viewers, but you want to keep them as an editor. So I will go back to edit. I will go to my pages, I will go to the Twitter page, which is the one that I want to edit, and I can hide it in the view mode. If I go to view, now my Twitter page still exists, but viewers cannot see it. This way I can edit these pages without them noticing that I am changing these pages on Google Looker Studio. Now, what else? I will go to edit, and I will show you how to make changes of the layouts and theme, but for specific pages and not the entire report. Let's say that you have a report and for Google Analytics, and this page should be very long, but the social media page can be very short. How you can customize particularly a specific page? You will go to the menu of Google Looker Studio and you will go to page. And on page, you will go to current page settings to change the settings of the current page. That's obvious. Now, here on style, I can change the size of this particular page. And as you can see, only this page has a different size. And for this page as well, I will also change the background to white. I will go to view, and now you can see that this page is smaller, is white, and the other pages have the default layout and the default theme. Now I will see Google Analytics 4, and now you can see that people can navigate through our reports. And in a matter of 15 minutes, I'll show you how to design your Google Looker Studio reports with very good detail. I will see you in our next lesson on Google Looker Studio.